right, welcome to the channel. Today, I really just wanted to talk about some challenges that I've been having with this particular light, the TLR-7 Sub. I think any TLR-7 series, some folks may have had some issues with, but I've now sent about four of these lights downrange over the last probably 2 years. And I'm at a point where I really am just trying to find another solution. I don't know if I'm the only one that's having this issue. If anyone else is, it'd be great. Please comment below and share your experiences. But I'm at a point where I've got to find another way because it's getting harder. Sometimes there's a lot of little parts, and sometimes you're able to find it, and then you've got to go back to Streamlight. And in most cases, these are parts that I have over the last 2 years from them that they've sent me as some like replacement parts and things like that. So they're very quick to do that. They've sent me that at no charge. And then I've also just recently purchased another, basically the pick rail I use here is a 1913, and I just basically got a clamp kit. These are some of the most important parts to have. So what I'm finding is that when these things go south on me, is that this screw has sort of sheared off. In a lot of cases, initially I thought they have this little tiny E-clip that goes and wraps around the end of the screw here. I think it's supposed to keep it retained if it works itself out. But what I'm finding more often is that E-clip, not only is it a pain to install, but I don't do a good job installing it for sure because it typically will fall off at some point. But what I'm finding is that the screw itself is shearing off. I don't know that that has anything to do with the E-clip or that the E-clip would make that better. I'm just thinking that this is a really sort of weak just screw from the material that it's made out of, and that the force of the recoil over time just sort of shears it off. The reason why I say that is that for those of you that know, if you tighten the screw too tight, it'll snap. I mean, it'll go right off. So you have to be really careful about how much that you do tighten this thing. It's taken me, again, I'm probably not the smartest tool in the shed, but it's taken me at least 2 times, of going through that whole process and, then replacing it, and then being much more sensitive into how much torque that I sort of put on this thing. So the last time it just happened a couple of weeks ago, and that's when I decided I really need to find a solution. Again, Streamlight, when they do answer their customer service, which is not always or consistently, they are nice enough to send you some replacement kits. They do it free of charge, which is really nice. They do sell one of these kits called the clamp kit, which has a lot of the parts that you need. So that is available on their site. But as I was searching for solutions, I came across this site in eBay where this guy is selling what he calls, strengthened or an upgrade screw. And he says that, you can use this screw for TLR, any TLR-7 series of a light, the 8, and things like that. So you can go, I'll share a link. But the idea is that I'm finding that most of the issue is really with the strength of the screw itself. These screws are not cheap. I'm sure he's making a nice profit margin there. But you can see this is the basic screw. It comes with a washer or sort of this countersunk washer, and you put that in and basically replace the screw. Doesn't say to keep using the spring that comes with this. It just says to replace the screw. Now, one thing is when you get these screws, they're going to be a little bit long. They're going to, stick out. I think he does that just to accommodate, different light setups and different widths of rail or whatever that may be. But they're longer than this clamp on the other side. So you've got to Dremel it off. I installed one screw on another firearm, and then I want to replace the screw on this one. But one mistake that I made is I forgot to put the washer back in when I was testing to see how much material that I took off. So of course I took off too much material. And what I want to do is I'm not going to use this countersunk washer. I'm just going to put the screw in. I'll see how that does. so that there's enough bite on the other side of the clamp to hold that in. So I'm going to go ahead and just replace this really quick, and we'll get that on, and then I'll report back over the next couple of months to see how it worked. All right, we'll go ahead and just remove the screw here. And again, on this screw, it does come with a little spring. From what I could tell on the photos on this guy's site, you really don't need to use a spring. So I'm going to leave it off. You can see the top of the screw here. This is the improved or the strengthened screw. It's a really tiny little hole that you need, and so I have this sort of electronics toolkit. I forget what these are called, if they're called Torex or T-Rex or something, but I found that the says here the TR6 will fit right in this hole and give you enough bite to do it. So you may need to have like a specialty, bit kit or something like that, or some other type of tool to get in there and screw that down. So we'll go ahead and pop that in. I'll see if I can get this thing started. Yeah, it went into the clamp there, okay. And we'll just, and again, I'm not using the washer just because I did take off too much material when I dremeled it. It feels like it's on there really, really tight, smooth on this side, and it gives me plenty of bite not having that washer in. So with this washer, I don't think I would have enough bite. It'd be pretty shallow on that. So that's the solution that I'm going with. Again, if any of you have had a similar issue with these lights, I really feel that it's the strength of the screw. I'm hoping that this provides a better solution and better performance than what I've had. And if you've had that similar experience, please comment below. Let's share what you guys have experienced. And if you've found any other solutions or tried anything else, that would also be really interesting to hear too. So again, thank you for your time, and we'll report back in the next couple of months to see how we're doing with this.